told you we'd have a good time.
This was great. This was great.
Good.
Hey, I'm sorry for blowing up on you the other day. This is just... It's really hard for me to deal with. It's too much at times.
I know, but you don't have to figure it out alone. You've got a whole team just here to support you.
There's nothing to figure out, though. Like, we go wherever they send me. That's how this league works.
You're serious?
Mila, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm on my rookie contract. We can literally go wherever they send me.
Unless you fight.
Well, like Ricky said.
No, not like Ricky said. Ricky and Ashley want you to wage war in the press. I just want you to be you.
Yeah, well, me being me is what got me here.
No, I want you to be the best version of you on the court. Make it impossible for Othello to trade you without looking like a fool.
What do you think I'm doing? Giving half effort? Mila, I am working myself to the bone right now.
I know. I think it's time to work a little harder. The MP that I fell in love with would not just roll over and give up like this.
I'm not giving up. That's not what I'm doing.
Dig your heels in. I mean, you said you wanted to start a family here. Did you mean that?
Of course I meant that. This is where I want... Thank you, sir. This is where I want to be. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Okay, well, if you want it, fight for it. If you have anything left in the tank, it's time to give it. I've seen you overcome impossible odds before, MP. Have you forgotten about college already?
No, I have not forgotten about college.
Then dig deep. Do it again. I know it's in you. I mean, do you want to stay or not?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I want to stay.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't think this whole good soldier routine is the way to go. I am trying my hardest out there, and if that's not enough already, then I don't know.
Okay, I hear you. I think you should think about it, because I'm just saying, as your girlfriend, the sabotage routine is not you.
And what about as my business manager? What does she think?
I don't know. You should weigh your options, I think. You can talk to Ricky and Ashley. I'm sure they have more details about their plan if you want.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to think on this one.
Take your time. When you're ready, we can talk about it as a team.
I want to talk to you about what's going on with Othello.
What do you mean?
Word travels fast in this business.
So you want to give me a pep talk? Sorry your life's going down the toilet. Hang in there, kiddo.
Not exactly. But I'll tell you one thing, you're not going to accomplish anything by feeling sorry for yourself. Life's not fair. So what? Get over it.
You know, you have a very interesting bedside manner, might I add.
I'm not your best friend, MP. I'm not here to coddle your ego. I'm here to put the best team possible on the floor, and I can't do that if you get shipped out because you gave up.
Who said I'm giving up? I'm not allowed to be upset?
You're allowed to be upset. But you need to channel that energy in a positive way. Play like your life depends on it and make it impossible for Othello to trade you.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done.
All right, look. I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. I've been in this game a long time. I didn't get to where I'm at by playing games. When you're where you're at, there's a temptation to try to play things out in the press. All right, well, that might work for the top 1% of players in the league. But for everybody else, it backfires. I'm not saying you don't have that kind of talent, but it's too early in your career to pull that kind of power play. All you can do is produce, and I can help you produce. You just gotta trust me.
Coach, I trust you. I just don't think I'm good enough. I mean, right now, I feel like my only choice is to get my hands dirty.
That's not who you are, MP.
No disrespect, Coach, but how do you know that? I'm only 21 years old. I don't even know who I am yet. Not fully. How do you know that's not me?
Look, I can't tell you what to do. You're your own person, and you gotta make your own decisions. All I can do is give you my perspective. What you do with it, that's up to you.
I can respect that.
And I promise you, if you do this the right way, I'll do everything in my power to help you to succeed. But if you want any help with the other way, I can't do anything for you.
I hear you, Coach. That's totally fair.
Good. Now go out there and prove Othello wrong.
Well, we've got a marquee matchup here tonight, don't we, Brent, with two of the top teams in the league set to go at it.
Yeah, this is one where you might put your phone on vibrate, turn the lights down a little bit, go ahead and have dinner early, because this one is going to be a great matchup, and you don't want to miss a play.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. The defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Garland, and it's Clarkson in at small forward. A very nice moment for MP. It was announced he was the NBA Player of the Week.
And hard to argue with that choice given the numbers MP put up. He was a man on a mission all week long.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Mobley, a screen on George. The drive by Clarkson. And good that time.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Leonard after the made shot from Clarkson and the dunk by Zubac.
I like to see Leonard's ability to dish the ball off the screen and roll. It's becoming a huge advantage for this team.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from Clarkson and stolen by Mobley. Garland against Jackson. Garland with the bucket.
Now, Garland is so small that if there's a little bit of room, he's going to find a sliver.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Zubac kicks to Owens. Back to Zubac. Over Mitchell. Again, Los Angeles.
The defense made it too easy for him on that one. Owens finds his teammate for the deuce.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin gave me some broad strokes regarding the game plan. He said we want to work the ball into the paint, high percentage looks, and then get to the foul line. How they try to accomplish that throughout the game. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Now Garland. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Mobley, a screen on Jackson. Right at the free throw line. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Allen with the screen for Clarkson. Feeds to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And that size and versatility make Jared Allen so hard to defend.
The Clippers trail. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
They're not just there to pump up or to dis.
We ain't even trying yet. Not really.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Clarkson dishes to Allen. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Well, the defense has got to bring a little bit more. Hitting Allen like that is not going to prevent him from scoring.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Owens in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Pass to Clarkson. Here he goes. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Zubac the pass to George. Covington a screen on Clarkson. George, no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
2 minutes remain.
Covington against Clarkson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
Zubac kicks to Owens. In the corner, George with it. Stolen by Clarkson. 1:32 left in the first half. Here's Allen. And it's rebounded by Covington. Clippers trail by 14. Pass to Leonard. They need this one. That one drops for him. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Covington in the corner. George against Clarkson. George with the bucket.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Drains the three-pointer. 15 points for MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Owens passes to George. Covington a screen on Clarkson. Over in the corner, Zubac. Over Allen. From the left block, he sends it through. Zubac has got 8.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
Garland kicks to Clarkson. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
On the court for Cleveland, the defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Darius Garland is out there with Mitchell, and it's Clarkson in at the 3. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Count it.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Clarkson outside. Baseline try. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Bridges is checked in for George. And Norman Powell subbed in for Owens. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Ricky Rubio comes in for Garland. Jackson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Jackson misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Clarkson for three. Batum grabs the miss.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Powell finds Jackson. Bridges sets the screen for Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Bridges a screen on Mitchell. Powell with it, picked up by Love. The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 17-point lead, their biggest. Well, for Jackson, he
Anything can be a foul, huh,
Brent and starting point guard duties because of that player.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Morris passes to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Clarkson. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. That's 29 points for MP. And certainly Greg MP has done a lot of damage outside the arc in this one.
He's looked very comfortable from that range, especially when he sees Owens in front of him. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lopez a screen. Here's Clarkson. The pass to Lopez. Yep, it counts.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Passes it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Rubio. Right wing. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Here's Clarkson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Clarkson's got 31.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Powell. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And that one good from Clarkson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Clarkson against Powell. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Cleveland.
The Clippers, 39. The Cavaliers, 61.
Checked in for the Clippers. And Cleveland making a change here.
Coming onto the court is your Clippers. Give them a round of applause for your kid Clippers.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Mobley, a screen on George. Clarkson dishes to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Out on the wings for him, Powell and George. Bridges out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Owens in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Powell. 5 on the clock. Bridges a screen on Mitchell. Powell the pass to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, he's got a scorer's mindset, but Norman Powell does play unselfish. You have a better shot, he'll give it up.
Clippers trail by 20. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
You could put that ball just about anywhere for Jared Allen. Puts those long arms to great use.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Owens. Leonard against Garland. Puts it up. Bridges trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And MP has really brought his A-game tonight, hadn't he, Greg? Knowing he needed to face off against SHEP Owens.
Yeah, and it's clear that he took this matchup very seriously. It's the kind of game you circle on your calendar.
Here's Clarkson. And the layup's good off the glass. Clarkson's got 35.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.